Good morrow, scholars. Welcome back to my series on the Ninja Turtles and what lightsaber crystal color they would end up having. Today I'd like to go over the one I found particularly difficult to place, not unlike Harry Potter. It would be, of course, Michelangelo. I can't help but always want to say he's a party dude because of the 1987 cartoon intro, but anyway, I've talked to a lot of people about this one. Overall, I've talked about all four of them, but this one in particular I've talked to most people about. And one person said orange because, they're unimaginative. One person said green because they don't really understand lightsaber colors and what they represent. Uh, One person said yellow, but he didn't even know what any of the colors meant in regards to, consular, guardian, or sentinel. So I tossed that out the window because he honestly had no idea what he was talking about. Although, I will admit, seeing Michelangelo with some lightsaber nunchucks that are yellow would actually be pretty cool. Kind of like how I feel about Donatello with a saber staff that's green. Anyway, but if you look at everything that Michelangelo is, was, and could be, um, like that Bad Future episode in the 2003 cartoon, ooh, man, that made me upset. Anyway, oh, my chest. What was I saying? I completely forgot. Okay. I remember now. There's really only one color that I think Michelangelo could possibly have, and it ends up being blue. And I find it funny that the most difficult turtle to place ended up being the one that gets the most common lightsaber color. Now, I know that I've said that Raphael could theoretically have blue, but I feel that purple fits his character much more closely. But this one here, Michelangelo, I think really does embody what it means to be a Jedi Guardian if he were to be in a Star Wars setting and a Jedi. And it's kind of funny. I really think it's funny that I had so much trouble. I think for Michelangelo, it took me 3 days before I could decide what it was that I wanted to place him under. And he ends up getting the most common lightsaber color out of all of them. Isn't that odd? What do you guys think? Uh, I'll try and go over a few of the reasons why I think that it makes sense. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe you found something different. Uh, he can't be a consular because he's not nearly as studious as Donatello is. He doesn't really use his head. He uses, what's the word? Wiles? Like Wild E. Coyote, only, successful. He's not nearly as aggressive as Raphael, and that's why I think Raphael should have purple and Michelangelo should get blue because, well, you've seen Mace Windu versus, even Anakin before he turned to the dark side. And then Leonardo, who's an expert in so many things, and is clearly the most well-rounded of the turtles. Like I said before, he should get yellow, because that makes the most sense. And then there's Michelangelo. He's not really any of those things, but he still values, his skills, his physical prowess. But most important, it's his humor. Him being the youngest of the turtles, I think, is really important to him that he be the humorous one in ways that the others don't really have that. And if you go back and watch the Clone Wars, anytime you come up to an episode with another Jedi who has a blue lightsaber, they tend to be pretty sarcastic, a bit on the jokey kind of side. I guess it comes from, some sort of like um, another episode of the Clone Wars. A character likens it to the sarcasm of a soldier, and I think that really suits Michelangelo really well because he strikes me as kind of like with Spider-Man, how he likes to crack jokes when fighting villains because that's his coping mechanism for the stressful situations. I see something similar in Michelangelo. And out of all the lightsaber colors, that fits closest with blue. So a Guardian, it must be. And by it, I mean Michelangelo. But maybe you guys saw something that I didn't. Maybe you have different insight on what it means to be a Guardian, and that one of the others fits it better, and that he fits something else. But I've gone over everything that makes one be a sentinel and a consular. I don't know why I went that way. There are a few other subcategories within those, like Jedi Watchman, where it's a sentinel that's to guard another location. Usually they're supposed to like keep watch over an important planet of some kind, like advisory and such. I think Jedi Crusader is a new subcategory that we don't actually know what that means yet. If you go back and watch The Last Jedi, whether you liked it or not, the Kyber crystal that Luke wears around his neck in some scenes, that comes from, it's a trophy that a Jedi Crusader kept from way back in the day, and we don't even know when that was. Anyway, before I get too far off topic, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'd love to have a discussion with you. I know that I say that and then it feels like I don't respond. I don't have a whole lot of time. Like right now, I'm trying to get some stuff done, and I seem to have lost the lightsaber. Unless Charlie took it and I just didn't notice, which is something he would do. It's something he has done, but not with a lightsaber, something else. We also collect swords. Anyway. But I'll try and get back to you guys whenever I have some time. Also, I'll see that you comment. I'll go to comment. Something will distract me, usually because I'm at work. And then that train of thought gets broken, and I just forget to comment. So do forgive me, and until next time, goodbye everybody. I have a really poor memory. I don't know what happened.